Welcome back, Armchair Generals. Tom here, episode number 3 of my German campaign, Hearts of Iron 3, using the Black Ice modification 12.1.1. So we are picking up where we left off, which is March of 37 here. And I think, yeah, we can kind of throw that back into the wayside there. Just to kind of recap here, we're sitting at the just under 5,000 IC days left of repayment required. We're paying 33 down per day. So we easily got a good about 150 days, roughly. Maybe a little bit less than that, or a little bit more, I should say. But let's get going here. So basically, also too, kind of tell you what where my headset is at right now. Over the course of 1937 here, I think we are. Let me double check just to make sure national focus is set to resources. Very, very soon here, we're going to be switching it over to economy. So that way we can start beefing up our overall IC levels, improving how much we're able to build and stuff like that. We're not doing too bad considering our IC debt right now. We've lost out 33 IC alone, which we could be using for other things right now. Actually, supplies are looking good. This should get lowered. We're at 43,000. This should be lowered down to 43. That's good enough. You can see what we're currently building right now, finishing some rares. I do have like a whole bunch of stuff down here, some more industry, some more resources. But these are all like late projects that we're going to be doing as time kind of ticks on here, as these rares are going to be continually cycling over and over and over again. So that way we can look at removing some of these imports. I would like to remove the turkey one first, but that's 18 alone right there. So yeah, we need to get up to over 20, and unfortunately, we're in positive levels right now because we're down 33 IC thanks to the IC debt. Because we're down 33, we only we need 33 metal. So I mean, we're still, even when our IC debt goes away, energy and metal will still be sitting positive, but we would need at least 16 for rares. So you can see we're positive now, but once that IC debt goes away, we're going to be negative. So I need to get at least a positive 10 rares before I can start, before, we're evened out. And then yet I have to get another 18, 19 more rares, say 20 even, before I can drop off that turkey. And as we're building more and more industry, I mean, there's 3, 6, 9 here. That's another 5 more rares that'll be required once all this industry goes online. So we got a bit of work to do. That's why we are sticking in the resources right now to help boost all that. We're building rares extractions, try to get as much rares naturally as we can. But we got plenty of money. Honestly, we can keep doing trades with our friends. It's just once war hits, we can only do trades realistically with our closer partners. So across the Baltic. Sea here with Finland, Sweden, Norway, East Russia, Baltic states, Southeast Europe here with Yugoslavia and future Axis partners, Italy. That's all we can do trades with. Anybody else outside of that we're importing stuff would have to take some of our convoys, and honestly, that's gonna be a no deal. All right, so we got a couple things here. We're going to cancel these out. I know we can still kind of learn those, but I think we are where I left off here. It looks to be mostly land forces that we're working with. Yeah, this is land forces, doctrine, chain of command. Once we get into the green in our research, next step will be to move into the air forces, air doctrine. And then after that, once we're in the green again, naval forces and naval doctrine. So we'll go with what we got here. Okay, so we're not receiving a buck there. It's not a big deal. We can certainly withstand. We got a fighter that we're going to throw into there, and also too. So pretty soon here, I think like in the think May, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to economy. So that'll be 60 days from now. We're at 433 days on our resources. It's 9360, 720 is the breakdown for all the benefits. Um, if I wait another 60 days here, that'll be about 490, almost 500 if we wait till that point. So we could go 140 days, roughly 4.5 months, and still maintain level 2 with our resources. Before then it'll drop down to level 1 afterwards. So we want to try to maintain our resources on a high enough footing right now as it is, but we do need to look at switching over to economy sooner than later. If it's May, 90 days after that's August. When we get to stage 1, level 1, and then it'll be 1938 May before we get the stage 2, and then May 1939 is when we hit stage 3 of our economy, which we'll ride on on the coattails of that for a bit, for a few months, say about 90 days or something like that. But then we're going to switch to ground forces, our army, because that's what we'll then going forward. That is pretty much what we'll be needing to subsist on, because we want to get a high enough ground forces rating and also maintain at least a decent enough economic rating too. All right, moving on here. Let's see. What do you want, Sweden? Energy for a quarter. We'll be happy to do that. I have another fighter. We'll go and beef up the one at Leipzig. That's okay. We're not going to be importing from you guys that far away. Stormtrooper tactics. I will let that ride. And I see here, we need to take a look at, not that technology, back here. Let's beef up our spies a little bit here to 0.5. Okay. Diplomacy, we're doing okay. It's 0.02. We're doing all right. We're over 100%. With our officers, we're gaining 17 a day. We're what? Oh, we're 2,000 over what we need. So that's fine. We'll just keep doing with what we're doing there. 17 a day. That's 500 a month here. That should be a one and done. And the advanced education, that's too far in advance there. Boom. We actually staying in here helped boop that up to 30 officers per day now. Cruiser bulkheads, we'll cancel that. Oh, and the superior strength, was that a one? No, we'll say another level of that to go, which did open up a whole bunch of stuff here, but we can't touch any of this until next year soonest. That's only for a couple things. So we'll keep going here. Again, going to May. Let me check. Do we have... So Leipzig had this guy. We need to send them to the front here. There, that will work. These are light bombers. We need to bring you guys over to here, I suppose. And this will be for some CAS. I like to put my fighter bomber, a fighter bomber with 4 wings of close air support. Medium bombers. I'll start moving some guys. We'll just leave you guys there. That's fine. By moving some units around here. Oop. So medium bomber, that's fine. Light bombers, that's fine where they're at too. Honduras, nope. Oh, how's Spanish Civil War? Okay, so nationalists are finally beating back this area here down to one little province. Once they get this done, that'll be a huge influx of troops that were involved in regaining all this territory. They moved to the borders here. So we'll be seeing some movement along these borders pretty soon, I'd imagine. It's springtime as well, so weather will start improving. Otherwise, my guys here are all looking good. I don't think I had any spare regiments, battalions moving around. No. No, we're all good up here, and we're all good around here. This pretty much will be, yeah, will be eight divisions, 8 units will be used here in Prussia, East Prussia, to make pushes against Poland. 2, 4, 6, 7, with an extra unit, probably there in Elbing or something like that, or maybe down south here to help push outward. We'll see. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot to do this. Show current battle plans and historical plans. We want the Bice Geo. There we go. That way we can see the names of the rivers. And Fall Weiss, show that as well. Pretty much this is what I'm going to end up doing. I'd probably be bringing Slovakia into Germany, so I could utilize all that. I don't need a puppet there, but yeah, we'll probably be having this army here push down southward towards Warsaw. We'll have some push against Danzig from the units we have here on the western border. Major focus from this northeastern section of Germany into Poland. We're going to have these will be armor, mechanized, motorized units coming here, going directly towards Warsaw, running between the two rivers. We'll have army pushing this way, army pushing this way, and army pushing this way. So that will certainly work the way that we wish. We can delete that one. Yes. Doesn't delete it, because you see it's still right there. This is pretty nice there, doing the plans, because you can kind of help you as a guide. I actually created a whole bunch of different plans at one time, but I keep forgetting that I have to move it from the game version, when a new version comes out of Black Ice. So I've lost all the cool plans I used to make up, but there's a whole bunch of cool little things in here. That's very, very handy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I want to see the sea and river names. Rudder, so yeah, all the naval stuff, we can let that go by the wayside. Now we're not going to import anything from you guys because you're too far away. Plone. Just move you in there and take them out. Some more naval stuff here. Capital ship, yep, we'll stop that. Capital ship screws, we'll also stop that too. And we won there. There should be, just an FYI, as I clear through all these trade requests I don't want to deal with, there should be another update at 12.12 coming out fairly soon, maybe later this week or later this month. That will help provide some additional benefits. We're going to leave this in place. It's a 1918 tech. They'll provide some additional benefits to reducing the amount of memory that the game, well, more specifically too, that the mod takes up. So good news on that front, I would say. Okay, we're doing good here. So we got all the fighters built up here. We can leave all this alone here. I'll leave the supplies in place. We'll be dropping it down by 10 here pretty soon, which will give us 2 light bomber, or 2 CAS rather. So all the air will be worked on. And that's the idea too, is all this older stuff that was initially put into the queue. It's not that I really need it or want it per se, but I might as well start churning that out. So as we get stuff completed through here and through here, it'll trickle down. As I've always said, this is the only place where trickle down theory actually works. It doesn't work anywhere else. Definitely doesn't work in real life. All right, Denmark wants the sales fee. How much are we making? 2021. Let's buy some from Denmark. That won't be for very long. Do the same with Netherlands, Poland. Yeah, we could do for all those guys. So almost $4, 3.75 for just over like 3.25 fuel. So that's not going to terribly affect us. And everybody that we're buying from, yeah, we're not going to be continually buying it. Oh goodness. So our IC debt is at 41.76. Let's see how much further up it is going to go here. So these are all for our air units. We're going to go through all of these here. KG Camp Geschwader 254, the 157, doing some transfers, boom. and it went up to 72.23. Not quite doubled, but my goodness, that's quite a bit. So here's where they largely popped in. Bunch of light bombers, bunch of medium bombers, I think, and also this fighter as well. As you can see, these all come in at 0 strength. I think it might have something to do with the airbase that's here. Repair 10 each day efficiently. So I don't know. I don't think it really actually. They don't actually get worked on. Oh, got automotive factory. Good. They don't actually get worked on for quite some time. Just they get their organization, not their strength up. But not a big deal. We can just let them sit here and slowly regain strength. We can move this guy over there like so. And this new fighter, I'm going to move over to here like so. Okay. Tank factory, yay. So we got some additional factories to help us out. Another ship. So now we're in the green. So like I said, we now need to go for air. Everything that we need here, which as you can see what I'm clicking on is indeed going to be all that we need. We're going to be leaving CAG alone for right now, but we will need to kind of research into that sooner than later. We want the transport plane. Bunch of stuff is going to be coming through here. Nothing there. Bomb loads, I think there's something. Yeah, air launch torpedoes. 1,000-kilogram bomb. Avionics, no. Air systems, there's going to be a couple things here, and that is it there. So we're 15 in the red, and then we got all of these here to go through. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that's going to leave us well into the red here. Again, that's okay though. So 34 in the red, but we'll be burning through some of our research here pretty quickly. Poland said, "No, we're not going to send any fuel. That's fine. We got a week's or 2 weeks worth of extra fuel there." I might have to start beefing up my IC debt repayment to more than just 20%, but we can do okay. Once it hits 10,000 IC days left, though, you get a huge malus. So we kind of have to watch things a little bit here. We're under 7,000, under 6,800 actually at this point, so we're doing okay. Going down 300 every 10 days. Yes, we shall build that. Cruiser fire control, we can drop that off. Again, it's naval, even though it's much older tech, we'll touch upon it once we can get to it. But right now it's not that important. Do I have? Yes, I do. I thought I had some close air support. Just the one. So we'll attach it to him there. And just out of curiosity, so that is getting us down now into the subs. So that's good. 3, 6. We did build an industry, and pretty soon, June, summertime, we got all that industry coming in. Actually, all that drops off, so I'll need to make sure that I start replacing what drops off with stuff that's in here. Need to get this oil rig up there too. We're going to push that right up to the top right now. So I need to make sure that I'm working on that. Yeah, we'll leave things alone for right now. I'm happy with where we're at there. Brazil, nope. Nope. I'm not going to import anything from you guys. You're too far away. We don't really have, I mean, I've got the convoys, but not really worth it. We're at 18, 19. $5 for 4 fuel. Let's take care of this real quick. Capital ship, okay. Rolling artillery barrages. That's 38 tech, so. Alrighty, ready. Lithuania. We don't want to buy from Saudi Arabia. Again, we have to import. So let me see which one's kind of the better deal. So $1.20 more for $1 more fuel. So that would indicate to me that the Lithuania deal is actually a better one for, money for fuel type situation. Let's go ahead and accept the Lithuanian. This will drop us down to about 15. Yep. Czechoslovakia, nah, it's all right. So we are down to -4 IC efficiency. I think we must have lost some sort of benefit or something like that. The nice thing is you can see our leadership ratio is now up to 105%. We could probably, well, we'll leave things the way they are, but let's bump this up to 0.50. Yeah, that's fine. 27 officers a day. We're doing pretty good there. I want to get up to 100. I want to keep going with the way I'm going because pretty soon we're going to be like, dropping a ton. Shedding a ton of officer ratio there because we're going to be getting a bunch of historical units in. Expand hospitals, yay. Hindenburg disaster, so that gives us some dissent, which we'll get that repaid. 250 days. Okay, these we can certainly drop off. Cool. Down to 28 in the red now. Yay. Hitler steps in. I have to laugh, but okay, fine. So it just gives me points, and some negative modifiers, which aren't really affecting me. So this is a medium bomber. I already have one built there, so let's add it to it. Artillery unit combined. We'll go and cancel that as well too. Kind of look at starting fresh when we're able to. Let's look at Berlin again. So yeah, fully orged up, but their strength hasn't been touched at all. And if I were to move them, they would die with it because they have a 0 strength. They'd wither in the vine. Bug, I feel, for the game, but also too for the mod. I believe there's a way that you can have air units created through event that start off at a certain strength level. I'm pretty sure that's something that can be added, but I could be wrong on that. In any event, that's not mine to worry about, just to react to and make sure that I don't actually move those units until they've actually gotten strength. And they will. Over time, they will certainly get strength. So no, we're not going to import. No. We're at 16. Yeah, let's import from Sweden. That's fine. China, no. Canada, no. Colombia, no. Uruguay, no. Venezuela, no. Okay. The Americas, just too far away. And for that matter, Asia. I mean, I just want to deal with European aspects here. Still not beefing up our spies there, but we'll leave things alone. So I wonder if I were to remove the spies raising national unity, it'd be a huge hit to me. But let's see, we'd be going up. 7.1, 2.13. Oh yeah, we'd be dropping quite a bit there. So yeah, the spies are definitely helping. Okay, armor car. It looks like it's a one and done. What do we got new here? I'm not going to go for any of this stuff. We're going to put the zinc mines online though. We're going to go and just postpone by 6 months. The new zinc mines have been completed. We're going to go ahead and do that again. That way we have an extra source of income. I mean, that was 1,800 bucks or whatever, or 3,800 bucks, I think. Yeah, 3,800 bucks to get them implemented. But if we sit around, if we sell it, then we made that 1,800 back. Just need to do that for, after 2 years, then it's pure profit pretty much. Not to mention having a surplus now, we're getting increased supplies and metal. So good for that. All right. So we got another medium, so that fully fills that out. I'll explain that in just a moment what I'm referring to here. We have another one of these guys, which I will put here. So I like my wings to be about four planes typically. Um, so I'll want another. Actually, ooh, this one needs to be broken up here. Here, let's do that. I should have done that to begin with here. And then this needs to be broken up like so. Okay. Um, there, we'll fly them over there. And that's fine. So, for example, like this wing here, I'm going to have to pull one light bomber off and throw it to another light bomber wing because I only want 4 light bombers here. But I don't want to do that because they have 0 strength. This medium bomber wing is pretty much effectively completed as of right now. However, and I don't think I can do it now. No, when I get twin engine bomber or twin engine fighters, which that will be coming up down the road here. Still got I have some research here that needs to be completed. When I get twin engine fighters built or researched, then I'll start building them. And I like to put one twin engine fighter with a light and medium bomber group. They have pretty much the same range. Pretty much the twin engine fighter is what's going to slow down, or not slow down, but keep the light and medium bombers from going too far. But they're pretty fast, and they act as a pretty effective deterrent against enemy fighters. Um, when we get to the east front against Russia, not quite so much so. I'll be needing lots of air wings to clear out the enemy fighters. But for the early parts of the war, for Poland, the lowlands, Denmark, Norway, even France for that matter, somewhat. France also, there's a lot of enemy fighter presence there I got to deal with. But in any event, early part of the war, twin engine fighters work very well in helping to knock down any enemy fighters that dare come up against my bombers, help protect them. So I like to throw them in those type of mix. But otherwise, like fighter groups, I only keep 4 fighter groups, fighters in a fighter group there. A fighter bomber with 4 close uh, air support wings as well. The fighter bombers again kind of act like twin engine fighters in that regards. They help protect the CAS, and also they have a little bit of a ground bombardment capability too. So they can do a little bit of help there. Sorry, getting some water there. So we're just over 5,100 IC debt remaining, so that is looking good. The next 2 years here, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of troops in, so I will be needing to make sure that we free up a lot of extra. Yeah, we'll buy 0.5 for 0.44. Sure. That's just Lithuanian canceled. We'll need to make sure we can get our IC debt down quite a bit here. Small caliber, we'll cancel. Oh, small caliber tank, we'll cancel that out as well. Mexico, we're not going to import. Sweden, I'm not going to spend $10, sorry. Anti-air. See, you're already down to 4 descent, so that's not bad. Basic anti-tank. And I don't think we have anything coming up anytime soon here. The Anschluss, that's not till next year. Yeah, March of next year. And that's where we need at least below. Actually, it looks like it's not for the Anschluss, not for Austria. There's a bunch of upgrades. Blah, blah. Well, I guess it doesn't pop in until the Anschluss goes away. But the Sudetenland one, we need to have less than a 2.0 descent for that to kick in, and same thing with taking over Czechoslovakia. You need to have below 2.0. Of course, each of these events, taking over Austria and Sudetenland and Czechoslovakia, they all generate problems. Let's have you attack and then let's have you go here and then attack. Yeah. artillery, it's not even in here. Heavy artillery, that's not in here. And you know, that's like the first time I can recall seeing the light and heavy artillery tractors. I think these are transports. I think these are kind of new, I feel. I could be wrong on that and just not, my memory is failing me. But I don't remember seeing these before the 12.1 version. At least that weren't in the 12 and the 1103 version, 1104 that I played. I don't recall. Good if so, though. I like that idea. Artillery carriage, lots of stuff falling off here. So we're at 17 in the red. That's good. Road network level 2 certainly does hurt our IC a little bit, but gives us a little bit of extra boost there that we'll need down the road. And technically, one with the all those infrastructure upgrades, the road, seaport, airport, railroad, uh, you can let all those ride, and then just before war hits, for example, boom, do all of them at the same time. You know, upgrade road 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and I think you only get affected just by the one, whatever the highest level is. It's not cumulative. I could be wrong on that. That may have been changed. Let's go and upgrade our infantry division. We're at 4484 IC debt. Let's go and see what happens when we switch an infantry division to a motorized division. Probably lots of bad stuff in that regards. We're going to push you up to, actually down to here, I feel. Mostly we have armored units up here with some motorized or mechanized. I don't think I start with mechanized, so moot point. And then a lot of our rest of our motorized units will go down here to this area. We're at 4968, so went up by about 500. I see debt there, which honestly isn't that bad of a deal. It's for those like kind of wondering, doing the math and like, you know, I'm getting free units and not really have to do much for it. True. You do pay manpower right off the bat, and you do lose resources as well. The IC debt, though, the total amount of IC you're going to be paying in debt is less than what it would cost you to build the exact same unit yourself. So it's better, in my opinion, it's better to go ahead and take these historical units. Oh, you know what? I haven't done. And there's our first 1,800 bucks. Take these historical units and then run with them. You know, go that way. We're going to switch to economy. I meant to do it in May, so we're just a month off, but it's not that big of a deal. You can see we're at 164/177. Nothing's going to change going forward from here, other than we'll get the event saying, "Hey, here's what you did." I need to adjust this. We're at 541 days into our resources, so we're good, almost 200 days above stage 2, but that's going to start dropping, and eventually after um, end of 38, spring, late winter, early spring of 39 will be all of our the resource level, that will entirely go down to 0 days. But economy here after 90 days will be going into stage 1. So yay for that. We got the oil rig just about completed. The first round of it first completed there, and that's good because we need to start boosting up our overall crude oil numbers here. I see we're importing a lot of crude oil and fuel. We got one round of rares already in. What are we up to here? We're at plus 20. How much we're paying in IC days? 33. You're paying 33 a day. So that's not bad. We were at plus 7, if I recall correctly. So that first round of rares gave me 13 total, 4 apiece or something like that. That sounds a bit more than I would expect, but in any event, we're at 177. We'll see as we get more. Since we started, I've at least gained 3 more industries. I don't know how much IC that's afforded us, but I need to let's throw at least 2 more industry here. We'll grab like this and this. Did I say 2 or 3? I think I just meant 2. Yeah, just 2. Cool. That way, I mean, I'd love to have the Hipper out, but we need these bombers, and I need all these subs coming out. And as we start churning through all this, H2 of these that comes out, I'll throw another industry up to the top. Economic focus has just started. Cool. I could afford to bring in, well, I mean, I could afford to bring in crude oil from the United States, but that'd be almost all my money that we're earning there. So no, let's put you there. Japan has declared on Marco Polo. You know, one thing I've noticed, we'll check over in that neck of the woods here shortly. Let's have you attack and then come back. I think I want to pull this elite light infantry off and send it out here. I don't think I want elite light infantry with a hero or a leader here. That seems a bit much. In fact, I probably sooner than later here. I need to go through see if there's anything on any of the leader units that I need to start pulling off and adding to other units, or preparing to build a unit around, but we'll look at that momentarily. So I think this has been fixed here. Though I see its name is Manchurian now. It used to be Manchukuo. It's a bit on the interesting side. Oh, that's weird. So, I mean, yeah, so there was a Chinese civil war going on, and it looks like the communist Chinese got these provinces here. That's not normal. Yeah, they seem to push there. And we got Menjiang already in place too. Normally Menjiang I thought wasn't until much later. This is called Manchukuo, used to be. Now it's Manchuria. So I guess maybe they got cleaned up in this latest round of patches 12, 12.1, 12.1.1. I don't know which. And 2, what I noticed, what we saw in my Japanese campaign, the 11 series of patches, there was an added event that Japan took over Manchukuo. There's already an event in there that allowed Japan to take over Manchukuo, but there was an additional event that it seemed to force the AI, Japanese AI, to automatically take out Manchuria. And each event provided the Japanese controller, whether it be AI or player, a set of units, forces. So you could basically pretty much duplicate the forces that you got from Manchukuo. A bit strange, if you ask me, but it looks like that might have been fixed because as we see here, Manchukuo is its own entity. They are allied with Japan and a puppet, of course, which that's what they start with. Oh wait, yeah, Manchuria. Interesting. So that looks like that got cleaned up. I know among the things that are getting cleaned up too, there's a whole bunch of fake countries. Well, I say fake, but I mean alt reality countries that are getting removed for the next patch to help kind of free up some memory, some further instances of freeing up memory, but also these are all like kind of late game and very rare niche type of situations. It's like not really being used all that much. Again, 32-bit program, you gotta find your places where you can to save some memory. So air ore goes down. It's a bummer. This is our headquarter unit attacking there. That's fine. Okay, we'll add them to that. The Hausbach Memorandum. Military or militia strength increase is 38 tech, so we're going to go ahead and cancel that out. We won. We took some losses, but that's all right. There's something else that's going to. Oh yeah, check here real quick. So yes, we need to add 2 more industry. Let's just add these here, like so. We'll add another one. Not that I don't want to be building on the hipper, but if I have that much availability, then yeah, I need to start putting in some more stuff. And eventually, and this is why I have all these other like coal fields, steel refineries still sitting here. We are going to eventually start building those, but right now with where we're standing here, we're in the positives big time. Does anybody want any of my energy? Um, so Estonia, you can actually buy some. But they refuse. Manchuria, we can't. Manjiang, Philippines, no. So, nope. If only there was other ways to dispense with your excess. Excuse me. I started HOI4 tutorial. Actually, should have, by the time you're seeing this, should have already had the tutorial video up. Where you basically play as Italy, and it starts you off in January, just the beginning of the game. It introduces you to a few of the aspects, overall game aspects. But it kind of dead ends after a certain point because you run out of supply, and nowhere does the tutorial explain how you can get supply to your attacking units down Ethiopia. So I kind of have to revisit that tutorial again, maybe take a look and check out some videos, do some individual playthroughs myself, run the tutorial again, see how one can get supply down to Ethiopia. I'm sure there's some way to do it. It's just, like I said, tutorial's pretty good in showing you certain aspects, and then it basically drops you off as Italy and say, okay, you've done all these things that we told you to do. Cool. Now continue the fight until you finally defeat Ethiopia. And I got up to about summertime, and all my troops were just out of everything, out of supply. They weren't able to progress any further. Getting attacked continually, but winning because we still were rocking and rolling, but just we weren't able to progress further. 13 in the red. That's pretty good. So that's the railroad. We're going to go ahead and improve its level because we get that improved IC efficiency and supply throughput. Supply throughput, not that much big deal, but the IC efficiency level definitely will help us a little bit there. That percentage is very nice. Japan wants us to buy crude oil. I mean, I could, but that's all my money. If you weren't asking me to give you almost all my money there, I'd be happy to. But yeah, speaking of HY4, holy cow, did I fall asleep at the wheel here? I know I had looked over here and was like, oh, so I was so happy to see that the National of Spain were about to take this year and thus transfer all their units. That was March. So April, May, June, July, 4 months, the National of Spain raced and took out the rest of the Spanish Republic. I, well, yeah, well, I wasn't paying attention to this area, so there's no way I can really run it by again. Well, I mean, I am saving monthly here, so I could theoretically and conceivably just back it up to March there, or back it up to one of the old auto saves, I guess, and kind of see what happened there. But wow! And the thing is, I didn't put this at I'm pretty sure I didn't put it at the strongest level. Thinking it, there's 2 different levels, either some tepid, not tepid, but minor response to help them out, or heavy response to help out the either side. And I just chose the minor, help out the nationalists in a minor way. But wow, more power to them. Love to know exactly what happened there. Okay, my guy is going to come in and attack. Of course, we got nothing for it, but oh well, it is what it is. Little unit training. go and cancel that out. We're up to 35 days in our economic focus here. Our IC debt, we are at 3780. 3780. And I saw our spies went up to like 1 or something like that. That was good. Yay, Nationals won this. So they're now a friend. Well, I don't know if I go that far, but you can see the daily for the next 2 months here, descent's going to be dropping pretty good. We're at 0.02 right now. We're also gaining, as you can see, quite a few research benefits there. Heavy industry, you're up to 168/176. It was 167/177 or something like that, I thought, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Seaport capabilities, infantry unit training, infantry unit command and control, mobile unit command and control. So those are all getting dropped off. Oh wow, something happened to our. Did I do something here where I like messed up the amount of. Oh, I did. It was, and that's why that was fluctuating. Somehow it got changed over to the AI controlling. Okay, so let's fix that a little bit here. Yeah, probably I hit, instead of hitting the X, I hit here by accident, which happens. And let that be a cautionary tale for everybody watching. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're clicking around. You might by accidentally hit and allow the AI to take control of everything that you're doing. So, okay, so ground attack tactics, that's just got added because of our Spanish Civil War stuff that happened there. We should be getting some guys back. I need to throw some more industry in here. Right? Where? Oh, here's the rares. Did something happen where everything went to AI? Wow. Because I could swear on my production, the rares were towards the top. No, I take that back. I had been pushing industry towards the top and the oil rig as well. So no, it's just looking weird to me. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? We're gonna leave things the way they are right now. I'm okay with the amount of industry that we're working on at this point in time. We need to start pushing some of this stuff out. So if in the next 6 months I can push out all these subs and all or most of all these destroyers, that would be great. And then I'll start pushing everything else towards the forefront there to kind of even keel it, get to where we need to go. Okay, seaport level 2. That improves our money situation once we get to it. These are all SS stuff. As you can pause each time to kind of see where we're getting some improvements and things like that. 0.05. Yeah, getting improved money and resources. Cool. Airport, we don't necessarily need, but I'll still go ahead and we'll upgrade it. A day to go past, still 0.05. Getting real close to getting in the green here. This needs to get dropped down to 50 though. I mean, I know we're almost at 110%, but I know it's coming. And I know that we're going to be needing quite a bit of extra leadership because we're going to have a ton of units coming out through events. And I'm also going to be building a slew of units too over the course of the next 3 years. Well, I should just simply say I'm building a slew of units, period. But what I mean is, between now and War of 1939, there's going to be a bunch of extra units coming in. So we'll need a bunch of extra leadership to help out with that. Ah, geez. This just totally got out of whack here. 45 officers per day. I kind of wonder, you know what? Let's bump this up to Not to 56, but 55. There we go. Is there anything here that I'm researching that I should not be? Because sometimes that happens. I think I mentioned for the Grand Battle Plan, if you research this, I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, it's for defensiveness for all your troops. At a certain point, you research something or whatever, and this red lines out. So all the research that you put into it is all for naught. So, oh, we're in the red with our industry here. Wow. Oh, that's because of all the, that's 15% alone for the roads, rails, seaports, airports. So yeah, that does make sense, and that's fine. That's fine. Let that go by a day. Let's export zinc again, make some more money. Soviet Union would like, okay, that'll leave me about $5 a day that'll be gaining for 8 fuel. So sure, we can go and do that. Yeah, that's fine with what I'm researching here. And actually, we're going to, that 5 IC is going to trickle down. Both these destroyers will be getting built. Okay. Army unit command, recon unit coordinate, and communication. Right. Spain said, no, we don't want to be buying anything from you. Okay. So now we've done national, land forces, doctrines. Did we do chain of command as well? Yes, we did. We did air forces and doctrine. Now time for naval forces. Though primarily we're going to work with subs. We're just going to just do subs at this point, and that's all, including whatever naval doctrine for subs we have. We don't have any. Yeah, okay. Because submarine crew training is not until 1939. Okay, so we're going to leave that the way it is for right now. Now let's go and just keep going. Let's just keep going. Torpedo boat, yes. Motor torpedo boat, no. There's no need for us to build motor torpedo boats. Though, I mean, torpedo boats are great for Germany. There's not a lot of coastline that needs to be defended, but that could be the same argument for motor torpedo boats as well. I can just build a whole bunch of motor torpedo boats. They're cheaper than torpedo boats, much cheaper than destroyers. They're built quicker as well. It's fairly effective. And with the amount of coastline that I have to defend, yeah, I think I've sold myself. I might be building some motor torpedo boats there. Cruisers, we got some old tech there to go. Bunch of old tech here to go. Capital Ship 1. Most of the stuff that we're researching now, yeah, at this point, it's going to be naval stuff, right? Because we're just falling so far behind. Just kind of a weird thing. I mean, I always had this impression that German naval power, or German naval ships in World War II were actually kind of advanced, but maybe it's just seeing the newsreels of like the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, Prinz Eugen, and other top all the new ships, and also all the submarines that Germany produced. All these new things coming out all the time, which again mostly were subs, not surface ships. I think that may have swayed me into thinking that Japan or Germany's navy was something great. I wouldn't doubt it if to be told that no, it was quite the opposite. Britain had a better navy, of course, more modern, whatever. Japan certainly did. That's for certain. Let's put that there. That's one of our first subs. That's an older type sub too, which should free up that destroyer. Yep. And start working on that one. Cool. So as we get all these things built here, it's definitely going to trickle down quite a ways in getting all these destroyers built. So I like how that's going. Artillery unit training, no. Mountain unit training, mountain headquarters. So that's all that stuff. We're at 3440. Study for level 1 mountain headquarters completed. Yes, we need this, please. We're going to have a lot of mountaineers. We are 577. No from Colombia. No from New Zealand. Yugoslavia. it's not that I really need fuel at this point. In fact, let's just say decline. We don't need it. So direct units, boom, boom. 21 in the red, which that's not too bad to deal with there. Unit and power supply, it's the headquarter unit that just got created down here, I think. Yeah. We're going to shift them out to here. We're going to have quite a few Mountaineer units. There'll be, I think it depends on how well my build program goes, but I would anticipate that I'll have quite a few for the Norwegian invasion, and then once we get going with Barbarossa, I'll have a whole bunch more to get involved there. Our artillery unit command and motorized. And Russia says, no, we're not going to be selling any more fuel. That's okay. Motorized headquarters, that's a big yes, because we definitely will need that. And that's here. So we can move you guys over to here. These specialized headquarter units I will pretty much always take when they arrive, pop up, through study and whatnot, research, and just through general events. They will be very handy in building up our forces. That way I don't have to build actual headquarter units. I'll have these, self-created ones set up. These I do need to build up a little bit myself, though. Same with like the Mountaineer, there's not too much I'm going to do to them, but I want to turn them like this is certainly an ideal unit for say an infantry headquarter unit. I would copy this template for this unit, for the motorized headquarter unit, where it probably wouldn't be cavalry. It'd probably be like a motorized infantry battalion, not a full-on, not full-on regiment or whatever, not the full strength unit. And then like some other mobile units to attach to here. The Mountaineers, kind of the same way. What does a Mountaineer template look like? Well, that is not what a Mountaineer template's going to look like, because this is going to be pulled and changed something else. But definitely these guys are going to get beefed up a little bit more. I'm going to, give them pack artillery and some other stuff. The motorized motorcycle recon attachment's kind of silly. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, we'll work with that down the road. We still got a couple of years before we got to worry about anything of like that nature. We are going down in supplies, but I'll have to take a look there and see. I see efficiency dropped. Okay, must have lost an effect of some sort. Close air support, cool. Let's go into production here. We're at 66. I have not been paying attention here. So 50,000 is the ideal. Each 10 below or 5 above, I drop by commensurate amount. So in this case, we are 15, or each 10 below, I change it by 10 points here. Each 10 above, I have 5 that I get otherwise, that I drop this by. So we can drop this down to 32. Let that be that. That should beef up our production a little bit. Yep, that does. And actually, I kind of think I might just leave that the way that is. I need to start dipping into here, getting these pushed to the forefront, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Heavy armor, forging, advanced training, and single airframe. So I actually got a whole bunch of cool stuff there. Once we get, if we hit the green, which we're getting there, it's only 13 in the red right now. But once we hit the green before the end of the year, that's when I go back up to nation, go through everything here, anything that's 1937 tech, and etc. Just keep churning my way downward. So officer recruitment's going up some. That's good to see. We're at 106%. That's well, I mean, I think it's where we're anywhere. 107 now. Yeah, with the headquarter units and the fresh subs, that they're not really impacting my overall officer ratio. I think we're doing okay. Small fuel tank. And you can see we're already down to 1.2, so that's good. Nationalize. So either we're going to get nationalization, which is bad, or compensation, which is good. Compensation, which is good. We're only up to 0.69 per day. And man, this stuff is fluctuating kind of wildly there. All right, 176/176. We're actually up to 30. We're paying 35 IC per day. So the percentage has got to be based upon your base IC. Yeah. Is there anything that we can stop buying to increase our stock, our money here? I mean, let's stop buying fuel from the Soviet Union. Stop buying fuel from Latvia and Sweden. And I mean, Austria, that's going to fall by the wayside pretty soon. And Hungary, let's stop buying fuel from Hungary. 4-year plan, cool. So we're losing supplies, which is fine. They'll bring us down to 56, so I can readjust my supply ratio there. Losing some metal, that's okay. Energy, more power to you. You want 50,000 energy? Be happy to give you that. 500 rares, that's fine. Get 5 industry, so our IC level should go up by a bit here shortly. A couple steel refineries get beefed up, coal, rares, and we lose some manpower. Not a big deal. Very low popularity, so oof. Yeah, let's beef this up to 55 for now. Once we go back up. All right, let me go ahead and save this real quick here and pause. I've got something to take care of real quick. Back shortly. And we are back. Alrighty, so let's continue on with here. This is not going to be as long as past. It's not going to be a 2-hour episode. But I want to get a little bit further here. Maybe to the end of the year. Try. Exchange IC for resources. So I think that's going to be a no. Though, that actually wouldn't be too bad of a deal. I mean, supply $10,000 though. No. We'll say not worth it. That might be something we might do later, but not right now. Yep, let's trade. Another $1,800 there. I'm not going to switch any of those just yet. We're going to have a 0.05. I mean, I could switch to war economy, but I think that might hurt me a bit too much. We're actually up to 182 now. Stormtrooper tactics. It's 26 tech. I think we'll just let that ride. Superior strength advance. Oh, so we are maxed out there, which means that we're maxed out here. But we can't touch these until next year anyway. Soonest, 38. Most are, well, a good half at least, or if not most, are 39. And zinc is neutral, not a big deal. Real quick here, we're at 182/182. We're spending 35 a day for IC debt. We're at 2430. So 80, 70, or no. Yeah, about 70 days from now, we'll be free of our IC debt. So 35 extra IC will be trickling in here pretty soon. I think I'm going to leave it the way that it is here. Though we don't need the coal fields, I feel. Actually, you know what? We're going to just do it like this. Drop stuff, just have the industry come to the top for right now. There we go. Yeah, is. Which also, by the way, I'm bringing in 21 extra rares. Can we stop turkey? I did say 70. Yeah, let's stop turkey. Let's bring in some 25 extra bucks for right now. We could probably capitalize and use it somewhere else, or just simply beef up my money. And I bet you everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you should buy rares from me," and they kind of are. That's fine. Giving up 18 plus 18 rares a day to just get three, that's fine. We're losing supplies. Oh, that's right. I need to change my supply ratio there. IC level went down again. We're okay at 182 though. I'm not terribly worried about that. This is only for a month and a half. Then we get propaganda until next year this time, which will lower our revolt risk. Reduces our money though. Daily descent also goes down, so those are some good features. So actually, we're at negative 0.04 right now. I wonder what this would lower it down to. We gain 6 more industry, or not 6 more necessarily. Industry goes up by 2 on each of those. Colombia, no. Uruguay, no. Low popularity, so we went back up. Let's get this one back to 55. There we go. We'll leave. Now I need to beef this up a little bit more, do to 0.65. Leave that alone, and we're gaining 15 officers a day, which is fine. We're okay. So 0.05, that gets us up to, I just wonder if I were to switch to war economy, how much would that drastically affect me? Great War Analysis. I'm going to keep this in place. It's 1920 tech. Yeah, we'll keep it in place. 0.05. So, you know what? If we go from, not that, full mobilization to war economy, so our IC level is going to increase. We're at 188/183. That's been fluctuating a little bit. Money will drop by 5%. IC level increase by 15%. So what is that? 27 extra 20. That's about 27 more IC. Consumer goods is going to increase by 25%, which here, I don't know if it's a flat 25%. Instead of 14.4, does it go up to 39%, or is the 25% put down towards the bottom here? Meaning it's going to go up by, say, another 25%. So we'll be needing 3.5. So 18% of our IC. Not to mention, too, we're going to be getting a whole bunch more brigades down the road. Plus that daily descent's going to kick in too, so that's going to be a huge hurt. It's going to bring us to the red. But we're going to have to spend 27 IC in consumer goods in order to make up for, keep us on an even keel. Is that what's going to happen? Yeah, let's take a look. 0.12. So that would gain us 5 IC. And I gotta level that out. Let's let that ride for a bit and just kind of see what happens. So we're up to 211 IC now. We went up to about 25, 23 IC, just as I said. Actually, yeah. 20. So we gained a couple points of IC in order to put that towards production. I mean, the IC we gained, the vast majority is going to consumer goods to even us out. And a couple points trickle down into our production. Concerning all things else stayed the same, I don't think that couple points is worth. Not to mention, I also spent money to try to get that boost. And the amount of money we were gaining kind of dropped as well. Leadership modifier dropped as well. Okay, no, we're not gonna go that route. Let this go for day. Yeah, actually, it's better to be at the focus that what we're at, because we're actually able to build more, put more towards building, and actually even more because with all these things that change here. Well, we also hit economic focus level 1, stage 1. So yeah, your IC level went up. Naval HQ advance, cool. So our IC went up by 10%. That's yay. Supplies, money, all went up. Wow, money went way up dramatically. Build times also went up. So, but that's what we got to do. Sure, let's get Turkey back on board here. We have another sub that got built and a level 1 naval HQ that we're going to go ahead and say yes. Kind of role play it. This is an RP type situation here. I thought it was a smaller HQ. Or it is. Yeah, it's this one here. We're going to send them up to here via SR, Strategic Redeployment. Camp Group 88. I'm going to send this over to here. We're going to attach it to that SS unit there, that headquarter unit. Do I have anything else out of the ordinary around here? I don't think so. It does remind me, the Miami situation I think got fixed. Yeah, Miami's a lot better off than it used to be. It was kind of weird the way that Miami worked. All right. And all these air units are still at 0% strength. Again, it's a bug. These are fine. We can actually split these up. I'm gonna, we'll leave them. Well, we won't leave them actually. This we will fly down to here, and this we will fly to there. See, even the strength on these guys hasn't even increased yet either. We're only at 10%. Something to do, I guess, when it first gets placed in action. I don't know, something happens to it. No big deal. Flying boat prototype, cool. Japan wants us to buy crude oil. I mean, we could, and actually, yeah, we'll buy crude oil from Japan. We're not going to be buying that from. We don't need to buy fuel. I mean, we kind of do, but. Yeah, we're into October. Yeah, I like to get to the end of the year if at all possible. Air Force Headquarters, we can drop that off. And again, for role-playing purposes, we will be taking the Air Force Headquarters unit here, which will just shift over down to there. That's fine. Sure, excellent. Trains running time. HMS Ark Royal has been launched. So all these guys, we're going to bring you up to Lubin there. We're going to use them for garrison duty in Poland when we complete what we're doing there. Twin engine armament, that's that here. And all those others are just one-offs pretty much. So we're only 2 in the red. Fuselage, we're now 1 in the red. And guess what? We are green. We'll let that ride though until we go green again. Canada, no. Chile, Venezuela, no. About those air launch torpedoes, that's now I don't want it done, but we'll go and cancel that out. Let's go back up to nation here. Any 37 tech in nation that we need to get? Electronic, no. Construction. Secret, not till next year. Okay, so now we slip down to the next group that we'd be normally researching, which will be land. Defensive, yes. Let's go ahead and start researching that. Now, we're not going to do body armor because that would slow my guys down, and we kind of want speed. We're valuing speed over longevity. If I get from point A to point B quicker, that is good. Oh, a whole bunch of tanks type stuff that we can beef into here. Oh, okay, only 2 things. I got a little too excited there. Special forces, doctrines, blitzkrieg. We got a bunch of stuff here. Deep, no, nothing there. Grand battle, nothing there. Again, I don't want to be. I know from history that that goes away for whatever reason. It's like, I don't want to be spending time when I could be doing it on something else when that's just going to go away. Operating, we got a few things here and there. Not too much though. Which does put us 11 in the red, but that's okay. Anything special now. Command, SS headquarter, yes. Nothing else here, so we are 12 in the red. That's fine. So we went to land forces, and if we go green again, then we'll go air forces and air doctrine. And if strangely enough we go green again, then we'll be going into Navy. We need our supplies up there. There we go. Kind of evened out. How are we doing here? A round of rares are coming in pretty soon. That's good. Yeah. By the end of the year, the subs will be completed. By spring, all of our destroyers will be completed. Fall, Admiral Hipper will be completed. And then I'll probably be pushing the battleships up towards the top, potentially. But yeah, that's looking good. Things looking pretty good here. Not to mention, we'll be gaining a whole bunch of IC in March of 38 here, in just less than 6 months here. Okay, that's a one and done. Good. USA, how much extra am I making? 12. Let's hold on to that. I'll buy it from Austria. That's cool. This should be evening out pretty soon. Shaanxi annex Menjing. That never fails. That always happens for whatever reason. Shaanxi goes butt wild and takes out Menjing. But I can see the Japanese have crossed over and moved. Here we are just a few months into the war. War started July 1st, so August, September, October, 3 months later. No landings though, so that's oh no, I take that back. Holy cow. Yeah, one big landing. Oh, this is the Shanghai. But that doesn't happen. I thought the Shanghai garrison deal doesn't happen until like very late 37 or it was early 38. I just remember. Huh. Almost kind of sort of has me wanting to do another Japanese campaign. Oh, Chinese invaded. I don't see how that's possible. There's so many garrisons on Taiwan. It's not even funny. But that's interesting that the Japanese looks like basically they just broke out from Shanghai and just this is where they've gone. And here they've actually done very well. They kind of need to reroute their efforts a little bit, take care of this situation here, and kick the Shaanxi back. We are upgrading. So we're paying 38 IC a day, and we're sitting at 1721 IC days left. Say goodbye to that. So upgrading infantry to motorized, infantry to motorized, infantry to motorized, and forming a new mechanized brigade. Waiting for the day to pass. 1721 to 4183, so 2450 roughly. It's not bad. Aero engine and blueprints were stolen. That actually was a tough one to lose. Flak Regiment Goring, that's 4183. We say yay, and I'll find out how much. 5295, so that was a full 1,000 for the Flak Regiment. Holy cow, that's weird. I mean, it's a paratrooper, and actually, what we're going to end up doing. No. Sometimes what I do is I just simply pull this unit apart a bit to make it a actual paratroop unit. But I'm kind of thinking I might use this strictly as like a low strength, light infantry unit that just will run around and help attack and also defend, I think. But if I were to use this as a paratroop unit, I have to pull off the HQ defense, the heavy AA, I don't think that's it. I think light anti-air, or the anti-air and the German light vehicle can be still brought. We can find out. But I think what I might do is I'll move them there, Brandenburg, and we'll figure out the rest here momentarily. So we got 3 units here, right? I got one other one somewhere, so I gotta scavenge it up. Move you guys down there. Armor unit, you need to come up to here. Money for crude oil. Yes, we can do that. We won't do it with Iran though. So 2.5 crude. Not ideal with what's going on there. Still at 0. That is bad news, but it will start getting better. Okay. Yeah, let's kind of spread them out a little bit. All right. Oh, and I have these leader units up here. These are all veteran headquarter units. Just because eventually I'm gonna when I build units, I'll build them without a headquarter unit and then attach these guys to them. This will be a light armor unit. I'll be building it like late 38, early 39. It'll have it completed, so we got a good year before we got to worry about starting it. See, we're kind of going back and forth to free spy there. That's cool. Medium, okay, and small ship technology advance. These are all one and done, so that's good. So we're just 8 in the red at this point. I'm only bringing in $7.50, so I don't think we're going to be buying anything at this juncture. Yeah, we're just going to let everything ride the way it is. Interesting. I was kind of looking to see why I was actually below 100,000 in energy, but I think I had some stuff get built or something like that that caused that fluctuation. Cool. Lots of IC being built, industry being built. I had a bunch of rares come online here. We can keep doing that. Around 100, as you can see, 103%, 15 officers a day. Two more months to go. 4-engine transport plane. It's 40 techs. We'll pop that off. And another sub. We'll just keep adding it to the stack. Eventually, I like to keep my subs in groups of 3, sub fleets in 3, so like kind of like a wolf pack situation. or 2 or 1 if I have to. Though when it does come time and I'm going to do some raiding, I'm probably going to have pocket battleship and destroyer. You have enough destroyers, or maybe a pocket battleship and 2 destroyers, maybe. Not sure. And just send them out that way, and we're going to just send them out like in somewhere in the North Atlantic or Mid Atlantic. See how far we can go, but basically just use them like Germany used them during World War II. Just have them convoy raid out there by themselves. No. 0.02. Yeah, I would love to switch it over to war economy, but I think that just totally messes me up so much that everything that we would gain in IC, we lose in having to spend it on consumer goods. Not to mention because my IC level goes up, my industry capacity goes up. Um, I think that affects the amount of supplies because this is a percentage. Reinforcement's not a percentage of your industry capacity. It's just simply how much industry you're going to put towards the reinforcement and upgrades. It's these units require X amount of upgrades and Y amount of reinforcements. So this is how much IC you're putting towards that. Supplies is along with like consumer goods, you're taking an X amount of your ICE industrial capacity to put towards these things. So as your industrial capacity goes up, the amount, dollar amount, if you will, the IC amount that you need to put into supplies and consumer goods also needs to go up to match that. Lend lease is just a base, flat out. Here's how much you're going to give, and same with production. It's just a flat out. We have 1,000 IC worth of stuff in here to get built. How much IC we're going to put into it. So if I improve the amount of IC I have, that keeps upgrades, reinforcements, production, and lend lease all the same. But supplies and consumer goods, well, not exponentially, but they go up in the same amount comparatively to the amount of IC you have go up. Yep, we're gonna fight communism. Join me, Japan. Join the dark side. We have cool uniforms. Fighter pilot training. Okay. Oh. That's a no, and zinc mines going online is good, so we're going to go 6 months for that. And we're going to say postpone for 6 months. We're not going to spend any more on that. We're done with zinc mines. I think we have 4 zinc mines available now. Well, I say we're done with it, not totally done with it. The amount of strategic things here that you need, it's based on multiples of 200 IC, I think. And I think that's your base. I think it's your base IC of 200. It might be the total available amount. I'm not sure on that. But anyway, I think it's every 200 IC you have, then that's one level of strategic resources that you need. So we're okay, I think, at this point with the zinc. Let's take a look at that. We just built one, and we have 3 outstanding. So we're at 4. 4 is the maximum. Well, at the level that we're at, 4 is the maximum that you could potentially have. But again, like I said, every 200 IC, you go up by 1. So December, we're almost done with the year. Things are looking good. Our national focus, we're sitting at 158 days with our economy. It's another 200 more days from now, 7 months. Yeah, less, well, 6.5 months, I guess. Anyway, May, end of May probably. we're going to get to the next level of economy. Resources is at 383 days, so by the end of the month here, by Christmas, we'll be dropping down to level 2, or dropping down to level 1 resources, but we'll be staying on that for almost a full year through war with Poland, so that's good. It won't be until early November of 39, I think, before we lose our resources. So that's neither here nor there. IC level, we're actually now at 3509. So 90 days, less than 90 days actually. So springtime will be sitting pretty. Let's even this out. We're going deep here. Actually, all of our industry is being built that I put into the queue. I could put more, but we need to start. We're getting to the crossroads where in 38 especially, I need to start building some more. I need to start building some stuff here, aside from whatever was already in the queue at the time. What is so? Well, first off, we're making $8, so no, we're okay. Yeah, give me another research center. Oh, another heavy industry. That's cool. We're up to 235 I see now. Holy cow. Let's do that. We're going deep into here, actually. That's really good. Let's get that sub into place. And Chile, Colombia, Belgium wants us to buy rares. No. It kind of swayed me for a moment there, but I fended that off. 236 we're up to now. Wow. We're almost ready to start working on the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. That would be cool. Spain wants us to build them a sub. We'll be happy to do so. Or license them, I should say, a submarine. Twin engine pilot training. Well, we're not too far off. 4 in the red here. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. We got three more things coming out this month, but I think that's it. Yeah, so we're not going to be hitting the rest of the naval forces that are. I say the rest. Basically, it's going through what I've already selected. We went through nation twice to make sure we're getting everything that we could research this year. Did the same with land, air, naval. We've only done once, but I don't think there's going to be anything in here really that we can research. So kind of a moot point there. 38, we're going to follow the same research path, go top to bottom. So once we go green in 38, start with nation, work our way down. Nation, land forces, plus the doctrines and chain of command and operating, air forces and air doctrine, and then naval forces and naval doctrine. That's just how I like to do it. Then once we get closer into war, that'll get switched up a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not depend so much on nation per se. Maybe try to focus more heavily on land. Go like land and nation, perhaps. I have to look and see how I tend to do that. Alrighty, IC efficiency level drop. That's because I think we lost the IC efficiency for the year type deal, which that's okay. We'll get it back very momentarily here. Submarine AAA. Okay, let's go to that location, and not much we can do because we're kind of far away. But let's go here and then swing to Stendhal. Yeah, I was gonna say they stop moving once I work to engage them. Bank for International Settlements. We'll go ahead and take that. Thank you. And we're going to do 38. We're doing industry investment. I think we're the past 2 years, 36, 37. We do science. We're going to go with ICE. We need IC. So we're at 236. Let's get our supplies up a little bit more. Let's actually bump it up to like 30. There you go, 36. How much does that actually help us? A little bit there. Gave us enough IC to start working on the Scharnhorst. December of 1956. I wonder if it'll come in time. All right, so you can see we lost two things here. Ground attack tactics, which we can say bye to. Let's put this up to 55. And the coastal submarine class advance. So we went from 2 to 3 in resources. So national manpower modifier, and actually now we're I've lost that negative as well as supply throughput. Resources and crude oil, those halved. That could impact us. I'm not quite sure how much though it would. We may need to stop buying fuel, which I think we will do. And we need to be buying some rares pretty soon here, though these bleed down in February. That's cool. We have a lot of stuff coming out real soon here. Yeah. Okay. Luxembourg, and you know what? Before we go to the next year here, I'm going to save this point and the video just over an hour and a half. I have something I need to do, but also this is a good stopping point at this juncture right here. 104% leadership we're sitting at. That's pretty good. Our diplomacy is going up pretty steadily, which is good because in 1938, I think no, it's not until 1939 that I start trying to influence some countries to try to bring them towards my sphere of influence. That's not here nor there. Anyway, next year what we'll be seeing is continuation of what we're already doing. Next video is pretty much just going to be continuation of what we're doing anyway as it is. It's building through the queue as we go. March, though, the next video we'll be seeing in March taking over Austria. So that'll be a huge swath of IC coming our way. Probably get us up to 300, I'd have to imagine. We'll also be we'll have some brief periods of sunshine where we're not paying any IC debt. I mean, we're only paying 38 right now, so it's not that big of a deal. If we got that 38 back, that would certainly be able to go towards some further production, but also I think it has to go towards other things as well too, supplies and whatnot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll pick up my German campaign on the next round trip. Guys, have a great day. Take care.